끝이 다 버릴 때까지 뛰어 맨발의 청춘을 더 burn it up.
And we are live. So hello, everybody.
Hey. Hello.
Hello. I'm going to turn my volume down my phone so nobody hears the notifications. Yay. All right. We're good. We're so professional here.
We are very professional. It's like it's professionalism everywhere.
That's right.
So-
Hey, welcome to STAYtalk.
Hey, so I'm Chrysalis, and next to me, I think you're saying it the same way I am, is my podcaster partner in crime.
Mm-hmm.
And our special guest this evening is, go ahead, Meg.
Hi, this is Meg.
So the mayor of Deluluville has been able to join us this evening.
No, I'm mayor of Delululand.
Delululand.
It's different.
That's right.
It's like Disney World and Disneyland.
I should know this by now, you would think, but that's okay. But we decided to do a nighttime show, and we were able to get a guest on this evening. So we are very, very, very appreciative of Meg for lending her time this evening and coming to join us. So like we were explaining, for anybody that is joining us and has never seen us before, this is STAYtalk. We are a round table style conversation about all things Stray Kids, K-pop, entertainment, and fandoms. We are wanting everyone to join the discussion as much as possible. So by all means, we have chat opened up. We'll be able to see things if anybody pops in there, and we'll be happy to include you in as much as we're able to. And we didn't really discuss what we wanted to discuss this evening, but we were going to defer to our guests. So is there anything, Meg, that you would like to start off the conversation with tonight?
Oh, I'm just on the spot. I didn't even think of anything. How is this? How do you guys feel like this comeback for me? It feels a little different from our normal comebacks.
Oh, yeah. That was one of the things I was going to want to hit on tonight. Does it feel like, to me, it feels like they are, one, more relaxed, and two, having a hell of a lot more fun.
Yeah, I kind of feel like not only is it more relaxed of them, but it also feels very much of how their first few comebacks were. So like my first comeback was No Easy.
Okay.
And just the overall vibe. I'm not talking about any of the content being similar or anything like that, but the overall vibe of everything, it feels like they're getting more like back more to themselves, to like who they are and the style they like. Because for me, Ceremony is one of those songs that like it's fun, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. And a lot of people have been saying that. For me, it's like it makes sense, yes, but like a lot of the things that I've been seeing across socials is they're kind of getting back to their construction music sound, if that makes sense. Like I like that of them.
Like
the Mala taste?
Like noise?
Yeah. It's their noise music sound.
Which I hate that term. I was saying that to Shannon on another one. I wrote a piece about EDM music, and I'm like, noise, that's the wrong term. Like I get why they use it, but it's like there's so many different genres just in it. Like to call it noise is almost like a disservice to the music.
Yeah, no, I totally get it because noise has a very negative connotation.
Right.
But like that's why I said like a lot of times I heard them referred to other outside of noise is construction music.
Okay.
And again, that sounds very negative connotation, but like I kind of end up owning a lot of the negative connotations. Like you may think it's negative, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Which I mean, that kind of encapsulates them anyway, right? That like that's been the whole entire thing with them since the beginning. Okay, fine. If that's what you're going to call us, then here, let's serve it up. There you go.
Here's something I want to touch on and see what Meg thinks. I had somebody listen to the album that hadn't listened to it right when it came out, so listened to it like yesterday. And they said to me that they thought it sounded more American, not Americanized, but more like that you would hear on radio here. And I said, maybe that's what they're doing, because to make Ceremony an English version, I'm thinking that could play, like I could be listening to the radio and hear that play.
Yeah.
Not that they would need to make it completely English, because look at Psy, he was here with Gangnam Style, and that had most of the lyrics were in Korean, and it blew the hell up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see why they're not played more, but I'm wondering if this album may change that.
Potentially.
Yeah. I mean, I do think it sounds more, I don't want to say like it sounds more Western pop.
Yes, Western.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It sounds more Western pop. I had Eric listen to the whole album, and Eric gave me his feel, his vibe of like every single song.
And what did he
They're
think?
not the most politically correct vibes, but
Oh, all right. Yeah.
not like in my head. To him, he said he's listening to it. He goes, "That's a white boy banger," and I'm just looking at him like,
Well, I
what?
mean, it is
And
very
he's like,
pop
"Good
punk, good Charlotte.
Good Charlotte." Exactly. And I was like, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I feel like it is a
It's
little
very
more
all-American
Western.
reject. Yes. Yes.
Yes. And I feel like they're
Yeah.
trying to make more of a Western push. And they're kind of tailoring themselves to more of a Western style. But in the same vein, because I've listened to second gen groups, third gen groups,
Yeah.
I feel like they're finding a way to kind of fuse the two.
Yeah.
Which,
You know?
which
I would agree
aligns.
with
I
that.
mean, that's
That's them.
very
They are
much-
all about fusing.
Yeah.
So I love
Mhm.
it.
What's your favorite song on the album?
I don't have one.
I
I
am
can't-
torn.
Yeah.
I am
between-
torn between two,
Okay.
and it's gonna make everyone laugh.
Okay.
Phoenix and Ghost.
Yep.
Phoenix and Ghost. They take me back to my 20s.
Yes.
They take me back to the
And,
days
in
when
the car,
I was in the club.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God. Yesterday I put it on because so my basement is like my laundry / gym / like dance studio. And I put it on and I started and I'm like, this totally made me feel like I was 24 again,
Yeah.
like in the clubs, like with the lights and stuff. I just lost myself. Phoenix is Runners is my ultimate Stray Kids song. Phoenix is like coming up, like right behind it, saying "Runners, get out of the way." Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Ghost. The first time I heard Ghost was, and then it took me the second time, and I'm like, oh, now I get it. Like, this is yes.
I immediately I started hearing the lyrics and I was like,
Yeah,
That's it.
she who doesn't get emotional.
Yes.
oh my God, 0801 had me in tears, and I'm not an
no
emotional
kidding.
person.
Yes.
And I was listening to it. We were on live for the release, and I was just like, stop. I was like, wait, why is this happening? It gave me an emotional response. But like Ghost and Phoenix, those two are the ones that I turned 18 in 08.
Okay.
So 08 to 2012, those were my clubbing days. Those were
Yeah.
the days when we were going in our peep-toed pumps. Okay,
Yeah.
business casual. I don't know why we did that in the club, but we did.
That
And
was the thing.
it was a thing. And listening specifically to Ghost, because it is a very upbeat song,
Yes.
it's got that like house EDM vibe for me. But when you listen to the lyrics are a lot deeper. And that's what
Yeah.
I was telling everybody. I was like, it reminds me of the vibe of music we were getting around the time that Diamonds in the Sky by Rihanna came out.
Yep.
That song is a very upbeat sound, but when
But
you
it's-
really listen to the lyrics, it has more of a feel to it. Even the music video she did. And it's like, I'm waiting for us to get more music videos off this album.
Yes.
God.
I am waiting.
Yes.
Well, it's
Yeah, go ahead.
Bleep's got freaking Chris in a skirt. Ah, no.
Speaking
I
of
need
the musical genres, not to go away from that topic,
That's all
halftime, I need them to collaborate with a reggaeton artist because Felix's part in halftime, I was like, sir.
I have been
Sure.
screaming for them ever since the festival version of Chick
Yes.
Chick Boom.
Yep.
Yeah,
I was like, we need them with Bad Bunny, please.
I also need them with DPR Ian, please. 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 I
You just
posted
The way
said
I
this
love-
yesterday. It was from a year ago where I said I need DPR Ian and our Aussie line and the boys to like collaborate because that much
Yeah.
freaking energy on stage would be obscene. And
Oh my
Honey and
gosh,
Chris
the
already love
theatrical-
him, and he knows. I mean, come on.
The theatrical effect that DPR Ian does. DPR Ian is he's very like, he's the theater kid turned, music star, because he said it several times, he's not K-pop,
No, he's not. No, he's not.
And
I love
so
him. Love
I feel like him and Three Racha's writing,
Mhm.
the way they could write something, it would be amazing.
Oh, it would be. And Chan being like hands and everything producing, and Ian be like, I mean, Ian directed and produced. I use video and the whole like it's just like I
Well,
need
yeah,
them to do
because
more.
for the DPR like group, because DPR is technically a group. For the
Yeah.
group, he is DPR visuals. He does all the visual effects.
Yeah.
He does all of that for all of them. So I feel
Yeah.
like it would be just to see what their minds could come up with would be amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
it
we would
be.
have like, because you figure also too with everything that Stray Kids has already done theatrically, when you look at God's do and all of that, like
Yeah.
more fusion.
We'd finally get a lore video that
Yes.
made sense.
Exactly.
I've given up.
Ian come in with his freaking sword and would like somewhere, and Felix would appear out of nowhere, and then Chris would be fighting. It would be fantastic. I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh.
I've given up on the lore. I gave up on the lore a long time ago because I was just like, there's no way I'm going to be able to catch up with this. I'm just going to, and they've obviously just kind of dropped it. So I don't
think they have though. See, people like want to say that they have, but there's Felix standing as the CEO in ceremony. I know it was because of his back at the time. And I think that was a very smart move by them to make him like the most, but he was controlling Han in the soccer game, and Faker was controlling him. So that's an even deeper conversation. But the fact that Felix was controlling a lot what was happening in the way that Hyun did, I mean, there's parts of it. He is the conductor. I keep saying this, like people are like, oh, I don't get it. It's like he says it in, what is it? It's the 5. Is it 5-star? I Am Ground, you know, that little video
that was 5
that's
stars.
5-star, right?
That was 5-star.
And
And
he
then
says,
the
I'm the
performance they
conductor.
did.
Right.
And then one of the performances they did, they literally had him come out. It wasn't the Mamas. It wasn't Mamas. I think it was Golden Disc.
You're right. It was Golden Disc.
He came out and he was the legit conductor.
So I'm like, that's my thing. The conductor controls everybody else. And especially in ceremony, he was controlling and he was being controlled. So that just goes to show you. But
yeah, I tried with their lore and I was just like, I came in too late.
Yeah.
I need them to do like ATs. Can we start releasing diary versions so I could catch up? Although, speaking of ATs as lore or lore in general, and I don't mean to get us too far off.
No, go ahead.
But I honestly feel, as a fanfic girl.
Yeah.
ATs as lore is a fanfic of ATs. Read the diary versions. It's a fanfic of ATs, man.
I haven't read them yet, but that's very like.
There was a person on Twitter that did an entire breakdown of all the diary versions and all of the lore start to finish, and she put it all in a Google Doc that she updates, and I have the link to the Google Doc. I will send it to you guys if you want to read it.
Yes,
because getting your hands on the diary versions is very hard, especially the older versions.
Well, yeah, because at this point they're probably either they're very hard to find and or very limited printing when they do print,
and very expensive.
And God knows I'm already.
I love all this stuff. I was telling Shannon in a prior one. I wrote for a website called 25 Years Later, and it was based on Twin Peaks. You're probably too young to remember Twin Peaks, but it was a David Lynch.
I'm not that young.
But you're not as old as I'm old. Like I'm like closer to the other side going towards 50.
Shush. You are a year younger than me. I'm the oldest one in this room right now. Shut it.
But anyways, so David Lynch has a lot of symbolism and a lot of lore when it comes to like theories and things. That's why somebody yelled at me once for like coming up with a theory about Stray Kids, and I'm like, listen, this is in my DNA. I'm like, I learned from the master of theory creativity.
Yeah.
Like, just F off, okay? It's like my thing. Like, you don't like it, pass it by.
Yeah.
Same thing with people that get angry about speaking of fics. Like, pass it by. Like, don't engage.
Not everything is for everybody, and that's totally
right.
okay.
Yeah.
Find
we all
what
have our
you like.
subdivisions. We all have our
find your
subdivisions.
place.
Go find your subdivision.
And that's one of the things I like about Stay. And it's one of the things that I like, but it's one of the things that is like the bane of my existence of Stay.
Mm-hmm.
All of the different factions within Stay.
Yeah.
You know, we've got Stayville. And personally, if I had my way, it would be Baby Stays and Stay. That's all we would be called. We'd be Baby Stays and Stay.
That's what Chris said we were. That was it.
And instead, we have Baby Stays, we have Stay, we have pre-debut Stays, and then people will define themselves by the era of when they joined Stay. Then we have K Stays, I Stays, J's. We all just go back to like listen to what Chris said. We are Baby Stay, and we are stays.
Mhm.
That's it.
You and I agree on this. We talked about we were on threads and like sending stuff because I said that. I'm like, I don't know why we're fighting about this. Like, it shouldn't be K versus J versus Latin America versus they were touring. I'm like, we're one stay. It's like one nation under stay.
Yeah.
One nation under
Chan,
oh, no.
cake, and like be done, you know, like
one nation under Chan's cake. Anyways.
It's big enough. I mean,
it is big enough.
Sorry,
no,
Chris.
his shoulders.
If this ever does get shown, if this ever does get shown, I'm sorry. I'm not, but I'm sorry.
Chris, I mean it respectfully. I mean it respectfully, bro.
Okay, we're saying it respectively.
Respectfully.
Yes.
Because if I had a chance, the only thing I want to do is work out with y'all. Like, legitimately. Like, Vinny, write me a plan. Write me a workout plan.
We'll follow it.
Especially after that last, even though they covered it with the damn SKZ, I'm like, people that were saying, oh no, he's got a tummy. No, he does not, ladies and gentlemen. He is built like a
And
Greek
even
god.
if he did,
who cares? I'm with you.
You know? His body doesn't define who he doesn't define who he is as an artist, nor does it define his talent. His talent far encompasses the physical aspect of himself. And I need a lot of people to understand that. Like, yes, I may be the mayor of Delululand. I may, say the most smutty things. But at the end of the day, I need everyone to understand what attracted me to Stray Kids was not how they looked. It was their music.
Absolutely.
Their music hooked me. And then because I went straight from watching God's Menu to watching an episode of Chan's Room.
Yeah.
Of course, I went balls to the wall. Like,
you
know.
Were you just a masochistic whatever that night? I mean, just one to the other?
Well, see, the thing is, I found God's Menu. I found God's Menu the day it premiered. It was just hours later. YouTube had sent it as a recommendation, and I was like, oh, this song just came out. Click. And I wasn't Felix affected. It was, I heard Chan's voice, and I liked the chains on his face. And I'm like, who is that guy? And of course, started out with, what's his name? And going from searching his name, I went into YouTube and I was like, okay, bang Chan into YouTube. And one of the first things that had come up was an episode of Chan's Room. And I started watching it and I was like, oh my God, he does this every Sunday. There's a Sunday. How do I watch it? What's VLive? I'm going to download VLive because I want to see what this is. And I started watching Chan's Room and seeing how he interacted with the fandom. It was insane to me. I hadn't interacted with K-pop since Sully with FX.
Wow.
Because Sully was my bias. And then after that happened, I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I can't do this. It was too much of an emotional tie. And finding Chan's Room again, it brought me back to that feeling of feeling connected, that whole parasocial relationship. But then I started to find I had more of a connection with the fandom than I had with the artists themselves. And it was like, I enjoy the aspect of the fandom. I enjoy seeing all of the different Stay, all of the different 18 and, Mon Bebes and all of the fandoms that I'm a part of. I find more connection with the music and the fandom. And yes, the artists led me there. But finding the fandom found community for me.
Yep.
Sure. Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I think I missed out on when I was first into K-pop. I was more heavy into being a part of that social aspect. And I wasn't seeing the community aspect of it that you can find in K-pop.
Yeah, I had the interesting experience when I went to the concerts this year because I went alone to both of them for the most part, and I was trying to explain it to my mom when I got back. I'm like, Mom, I literally left my purse on my chair and walked away and went to the bathroom.
And you're comfortable.
And there was no problem. Like granted, I had my wallet on me, so it wasn't like it was, but still, like I had stuff in my purse. And she's like, you did what? And I'm like, yeah, I walked away from. I had to go to the bathroom and I didn't want to bring everything with me. So I just left it. I looked at the girls next to me. I'm like, hey, I need to run. Do you mind? No problem. And just off we goes. And then even when I went up to the pop-up on Friday in Orlando, it's like, okay, as soon as I got in line, immediately people started talking. Like I didn't even get names. Whoever I was talking to in Orlando on Friday, hi.
But and it's like that.
and you just immediately have that you've got that commonality, but you immediately have that sense of, okay, and everybody's cool. It doesn't
I
matter
will
who you are,
say
what you look like, where you came from,
exactly.
Mhm.
what
Well, I
your
will
background
say
is.
though, the only place I didn't have that community feeling was when I went to global.
That makes sense though, because global wasn't
But
specifically
it wasn't a K-pop thing.
Yeah.
It was, overall.
Yeah.
And that was the only space that I did not have that community. But I'll tell you what, I went to see ATs by myself. It was my first time going by myself. And when I walked up to start lining up and getting there to scope out things for like, okay, what time do we need to be here? What time do we need to line up? What are we doing? And when I walked out there, I heard somebody called my name, and it was a girl, Haley, that I had seen that I had met during the ATAP tour. She and we met each other, we connected on Instagram, never even spoke again. But when we got to ATs and she
I
saw
love it.
me, we immediately were like, I know you. And it was like, you find people. And then I made friends with a bunch of people.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm going to be standing by myself, because she was in one tier of VIP. I was in a lower tier. And I was like, well, I'm going to be standing by myself. And when I was looking around, this one woman's like, honey, are you good? And I was like, I have no idea where I'm supposed to be lining up. She's like, what tier are you? And I told her, and she's like, you're with me. Come on.
Yeah.
And I ended up just randomly meeting a whole group of women, and
Yep.
all of us ended up next to each other. And then we ended up at the concert together. Same thing happened for Stray Kids when I was in LA. We lined up. There was a woman and her daughter behind us, Liana, and we immediately just started talking to each other.
Mhm.
And when the concert started is when I find out that her daughter's a Han bias, and she wanted Han to see her sign. And I was like, I will scream as loud as I can. Come on, stand in
Yeah.
front of me. We're
Do the thing.
We're doing this.
Me and Lala were like, all right. I was like, I'm gonna stand behind this little girl though, because she's the same height as me, so he'll see her and not me. We staying invisible.
I was
But
gonna
I'm
say.
gonna yell as loud as I can.
You're
I'll
so
be invisible.
funny. I love that you do not want them to no. See, I'm like, I don't care. Like people are like, oh, I don't want them to know. I'm like, why? Like, as far as I'm concerned, you want to laugh at my old for loving you guys? Go right ahead. Like I'm entertaining. You know what
No,
I mean?
that's a self-preservation for me, so that nothing can ever be blamed on me.
Oh, there you go.
She gets
Okay.
there's
If Chan shaves his head, it's Ben's fault.
Yes, it's true. He keeps telling him to. He keeps egging him on. He's like, I like the pulled back, but he's like, you said you were going to shave your head. You better shave your head.
If he shaves his
love
head, that's on Ben. That has nothing to do with me.
yeah.
Well, I joked with Shannon when Chan went on Bubble and said that he was looking at vlogs on YouTube, and he says, and I'm looking at New York right now, and even if you have 0 views, I see it. Now, I had posted my TikTok to YouTube, had 0 views. When I looked again, it had 2. I'm like, you son of a, I'm like, if that's you, I said, I swear
And this one, wait. And this one over here, I posted up a couple of my Chan thirst traps on TikTok. I don't know if you've seen them yet, Meg, but they're there. And this one over here is showing me how to figure out who the people viewing it are from. So now anytime I see South Korea or Australia, I'm like,
you know what's so funny? South Korea has never shown up on any of mine. I keep trying to tell y'all, I am legitimately invisible.
I love it.
Okay?
I love it.
And the thing is, everyone's like, I have Australia views. However, 2 of my really good friends are in Australia.
Yeah,
so there you go.
Yeah,
I don't.
So I know that's where it's coming from.
I'm like, I'm thinking, it's funny, and I follow Hannah because I do love Hannah's music. So it's like people are like, you only follow because of Chris. I'm like, no. I'm like, no. I listen.
I followed Hannah's YouTube before I had found Stray Kids.
Really? Oh,
I had no idea. I thought she was a vlogger. And I was like, I'm like, man, this little girl's cool. I'll follow her.
She's awesome.
But I didn't regularly watch her content.
Right.
I just, if it would come up, I'd be like, yeah, sure, Hannah, what you doing? And I'd kind of fiddle through it. Yeah. And it was after I found Stray Kids that I kind of put 2 and 2 together, and I was like,
oh, wait.
Bro, fate is real, man.
I actually had that conversation in Orlando because somebody was talking about they're going to go see Hannah when she comes down to Orlando, and I'm like, I am actually really, really glad that she did not take the K-pop path that she was originally kind of on, because the amount of having to prove that it wasn't cronyism was going to be ridiculous. But then in addition to that, she's more like Fiona
she's
Apple.
indie.
Well,
she's
Fiona
indie
Apple,
to me.
Susanna Vega, that singer-songwriter,
Poet,
rip your heart out poet.
She's
she wouldn't have been able to
poetry.
do that. Yeah, she wouldn't have been able to do that.
That's why her and David were a beautiful together, collab. I mean, Hyunjin and David's song is a beautiful collab. And I love that he loves the guy so much. That's like when I first saw him, it was funny. Felix had posted like one of his songs to his Instagram. And then I was already following David. And then I saw it and he was like so excited. And I'm just like, he's one of us. Like, it was so sweet.
Yeah.
That's the thing I like about them. Like, who was it? Dean Lewis.
Yeah.
The fact that he's always in Han's things. And so it's so funny because I like his music.
Yeah.
I probably said his name wrong, but I like his music. And I remember I had responded to one of his comments and he responded to my comment and I was like,
like, you don't see me. Like,
no,
you don't see me.
Because that's the thing is like, I know that, and we can just say this plainly, and this is not shade to any stay, okay? Sure. But a lot of times you wonder when people are making content, are they making content because they want to make it? Are they making content because they just want to share it? Or are they making content because they want to be seen?
Right. Yeah.
And I believe that it's all the same answer. We want to be seen. Everyone makes content because you want to be seen, but seen by whom?
Right. Yeah.
For me, I started making content, specifically stay content and K-pop stuff, because I realized that part of the reason why I took such a hard step back from K-pop after Sully was not just because of what she went through, but I had no one that understood why I was hysterically crying. Yeah. I had no one that understood why I was so upset. And it was like, when I used to get excited when FX would have a release, I had no one. No one around me liked K-pop. Nobody knew anything about it. I was the weird girl that was listening to music I couldn't understand, you know? Mm-hmm. And so it's like, I started making a lot of my content because I wanted K-pop friends.
Yeah.
I wanted someone that I could call at 12:30 a.m. going, the album dropped, girl, did you hear it? Oh my God. Like, I needed that. And it made like losing Moonbin. It made losing Moonbin easier. Obviously, it wasn't easy. Right. I still cry when I think about it. And he wasn't even like, I wasn't even an Aurora. I just listened to their music in passing.
Yeah.
But having that space to be like, hey, anybody else that is feeling like I'm feeling, please reach out. I need someone to talk to.
Yeah.
I need someone to talk to. And that's what being a stay is about for me. It's not just supporting the guys. It's all of us supporting each other.
Absolutely.
We can all connect in something, you know?
Yeah, that's what I mean. So that's why that's kind of why we started this. Because obviously I'm doing my like Ajumani advice stuff every day on Threads and whatnot. And my thought process was I kind of wanted to take that and expand it, because obviously I can only do what the character count allows me to do. And some of those threads, there's been a couple threads I've lost because it was literally like 18 posts that I was trying to put together, and it just goes and it gets lost, and then I'm pissed off because all my hard work's gone. But I wanted to expand on that because obviously for those of us who are of the upper levels of experience
of life,
level 48 and level. So I wanted to be able to, because what I obviously was seeing with Stayville and community just as it is okay, because particularly in Stayville, the age range is so significant.
It is
compared to most other genres of music and whatnot. specifically with them. I don't know about some of the other K-pop groups, but specifically with them, because the age range is so significantly different and there's so much different discourse on what's appropriate, what's not appropriate, blah, 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 yada, yada, this, that.
Yeah, you're too old, or you're too.
Or-
The
Yeah.
ageism, and ageism is getting is becoming. I mean, it's always been
Yeah.
a thing,
Right.
but I feel like in K-pop, ageism is under a microscope
Big time.
because of, and I think it's because of the things that come with K-pop. You know, with Beyonce, nobody cares in Beehive if you're 14 or 45,
Right.
because we all love Bey
Mhm.
either way, right?
Right.
But I feel like in K-pop, it's the extra things that come with it.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
the light sticks, the plushies, the materialistic aspect of it, and then also there's the connecting and that parasocial. People have some kind of weird notion that parasocial relationship and the feelings that you get from it stops once you hit a certain age,
Right. Which,
and it doesn't.
sorry,
It
does not do
evolves.
Yes.
To me, it
yeah,
evolves.
exactly. Everything evolves. But that was
Exactly.
kind of my point. Is like I wanted to be able to say, okay, look, this is my experience. These are the experiences I've had. I was a 14-year-old fangirl. I was an 11, 12, 13-year-old fangirl. I know
JC
what that feels like.
Chauvet, man.
And see, for
That
me, it was
the
New Kids on
love
the
of
Block.
my life.
For me, it was Joey Lawrence. So, you know, so I've been there, done that. And I've been there, done that before the internet existed. Because obviously the internet and being able to have that, even more of that parasocial relationship, as I call it, the game, the game TM. I gotta start doing a shirt or something. But
I wrote letters to Jonathan Brandis when I was like,
yeah. Oh, Jonathan
I
Brandis.
love Jonathan Brandis.
I
God
was
rest his soul.
I was convinced. I saw the movie Ladybugs, and that was like, that's it. I'm in love with him now. I don't care.
But you know, but it's my. I wanted to do a podcast because I wanted to be able to sit there and say, okay, look, here's me expanding on that. This is my ability to have the conversation. And I saw JC stuff on TikTok, and I'm like, perfect. Because she, you know, with her Hey Stay stuff, she's doing exactly. I mean, you already had your stuff, and you're situated, and you're together, and you are welcome to be on this whenever you want.
Am moral support. I am moral support for Delulu's.
So, you know, but and again, Meg, you are welcome to be on this whenever you would like, because the more voices,
I'd love to.
my opinion, the better. But that's the kind of the whole point of this, was to be able to have some sort of vault archive, reference
somewhere
point.
where we can talk.
Yeah,
you know,
because sorry, Shan, go finish your thought, and then I'll.
But then also too, so that can be shared, and we can walk the kids through nature and be like, hey, this is not that I'm ever going to tell anybody what they should or should not do, because there's that.
Absolutely.
But this is our experiences. This is what we have seen. This is information that you can take and absorb, so that as you're evolving, because we're evolving too, as you're evolving as a fan, regardless what fandom you're in, you could take that information, and A, you've got people that understand. B, you've got women that have been there and that are proving the fact that you don't just stop living at 35, like a lot of people tend to think we do. And, you know, kind of,
I think they've lowered it to 25 now.
Yeah, they did. I think so too.
But especially as women, because again, in this society, you know, the older you get as a woman, the less you are supposed to be. And I'm sorry, but I worked too hard to get here.
Exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm perpetually 29. I hate that. I was like, I saw somebody do that today. I'm like, dude, like, you're not.
Nah. I say it all the time. I'm 35. Like, you guys know, I went back to school.
Yeah.
And I'm going back to school with my Stray Kids tumbler and my Jackson Wang hoodie.
You're damn
and my wolf chan on my backpack. Because none of that stops. None of the way I like to say it is, joy does not stop.
Yeah. Right.
Because that's something that I experienced within, it was like my first time ever experiencing it. There was a video that went viral, not one of mine, but a video that went viral in Stayville. Do you remember that dad that took his daughter to see Stray Kids? And she was screaming for Hyunjin.
Yeah.
Like,
and he's just sitting there.
With the side eye? Yeah.
That he was sitting there with the side eye, like, right? And the thing is, I made a comment on that video. And I said, sir, I am 35 years old. Hyunjin gets me like that too. And
I remember that. I
meant it as something funny. And the onslaught of comments I got
Really?
and it was the first time I have never truly experienced ageism within Stay.
I haven't yet either.
Until then.
I'm waiting for
I've
it, but I haven't done it yet.
until then. And people were like, imagine being 35 and reacting like that. And I said, wow, I didn't know joy and excitement ended at 35.
Yeah. I'm 48. I'm not dead.
And that's what it is I think it's for
They're
me,
threatened.
it's joy.
Well, it is joy, but I have a feel. See that somebody wrote, was it Kim?
Keep talking amongst yourself.
Azalea Voices. Oh, no problem. She was on Instagram. She's on Threads too, but she said something about, she's like, I don't want your man. Like, she's like, when these some of us older women don't have this parasocial, like, we think we're going to land an idol or any one of the boys. But we're not dead, and we have eyes, so we can appreciate that they're gorgeous, beautiful human beings. You know, like,
And I honestly think it changes depending on the group.
Well, of course.
So like for me, everybody knows I'm a Channy bias.
Yeah.
I will talk about that man's cake all day, but I'll also talk about his production genius.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God.
I will talk about watching an episode of Chance Room and watching that man lay a track in 20 minutes, and it is something that I would jam out to.
Yeah.
But then I have groups like Hyphen, Zykers, and Kickflip. I look at them and I'm just like, look at them, they have a comeback happening.
Yeah.
And there's also an aspect of that too. So obviously, because when did I come in? I came in before 8. I came in technically right before Met Gala, like somewhere in there. I've lost track of time, but
it happens.
But I can watch the older material. I can watch the survival show. I can watch all of that old. Oh, they're so cute. Like there's the differentiation between when they were like, even though Chan was 20 and was technically an adult during the survival show, he's still a kid. Like he's still a kid.
I have no more.
I have a confession,
but not anymore.
Go ahead.
I've never watched the survival show. I can't do it.
I haven't watched it.
And
either.
it has nothing to do with them being young. It has nothing to do with them being young. It has nothing to do. It is the clips that I have seen of them struggling and seeing what they went through.
Yeah,
it puts me back to FX and seeing how second gen and third gen idols were treated and how hard they work. Now that's not saying fourth gen, fifth gen aren't working hard. They are working their behinds off. Their training is grueling. I could never be a K-pop trainee. Nope. The amount of hours that they have to put in, the physical aspect of it, the mental aspect of it, the ones that are still completing school.
Yeah.
And becoming an idol. Physically, mentally, I know I am not strong enough to handle that.
Yeah.
So it's like I can't, because I just see them now and I'm just like, look at how amazing they are. Because even from seeing, from God's Menu on, so No Easy Era on, seeing how they have changed and they have progressed, and even Hyunjin's dancing and his rapping.
Oh, big time.
To see the way it has changed is amazing. To see how Binny has gone from never really singing to we have him actually singing, because Binny is more than just a rapper. Seeing that change is amazing for me, but I can't watch the survival show.
Yeah,
I can't watch my babies cry.
Good for you. I put myself through that for you. You're fine. No, but it's
here's where I have a problem though. It's like, this is where, like, when some of these younger people are like, well, you're old, you're this, you're that. It's like, I hate to tell you, but a lot of these guys are Nuna coded. Like, you could say what you want to say. No, I'm just saying, like, I think that in the right, and here's how I feel about it, because I live close to New York. So there's a lot of times I've run into celebrities, I've seen celebrities, I make their acknowledgement, and then you move on. That's why New York is New York. But there's enough of my friends that have been in places that have been, talked to or asked for a number or whatever. it can happen. So it's like when people say, oh, you're so delusional, like this could never happen. That's not necessarily true. Now, all of us are not going to just go to Korea and all of a sudden like land somebody. That's not what we're talking about here.
I would
But
be
I'm
in trouble
saying
if that was a thing.
yes, me
Too
too.
many biases.
Yeah, no kidding. But I'm just saying, like the whole negativity when it surrounds it, like again, we have eyes, we're not dead. But I'm sorry, if one of them came up to you and gave you the time of day, are you seriously going to turn around and tell me you're not going to take that opportunity? Hell no. Give me a break.
So here's the thing. If Chan came up to me right now and was like, I want to be with you, I'd look at him and be like, bro, I'm with somebody. I'm sorry.
That's sweet.
And I think that's the thing that
And
a
then you
lot
give
of
him my
people
number.
don't get. Yeah. Oh, no. No. Let me tell you something. Look, I got a link to a Discord. Just look and pick one. Look and
I have a whole.
Bruh. What are we looking for? You got an age type?
Yeah.
Is there an age
Body
range?
type,
Is there
age
what
type,
about
what do you got?
regional type thing? What are we looking for? What are we like? I got
Right,
a catalog of stay. But no, it's more of a thing of like,
Wait, hold on. You're putting the term Madam Mayor to complete total utter.
I am the mayor. I am doing my job.
Sorry.
I got we can have a town hall. I got so many constituents. Chan, what you want?
I gotcha. Yeah,
Girl, boy, they, them. What are we looking for?
Exactly.
you are in that situation though where you have someone that is that is
And but that's another thing that people don't get.
Right.
Yeah.
You can be in a relationship, and because that's one thing I have seen. Where it's like if you're in
Cosplay talked about a whole thing. Did you see hers where she was saying, I'm a happily married person. Vinny is my thing.
Yeah.
I can look at him and be objectively that he is handsome and he's talented and he's this, and still be a happily married woman, but still
and it's not
have, like,
cheating.
no.
And I'm one of those girls that like I had that problem when I was younger. It was like you shouldn't be looking at nah. When and granted that was when I was like teenage 20s, early 20s.
Yeah.
You learn over time and with maturity that particular mentality is a very much a self-centered and selfish mentality.
And an immature mentality.
And immaturity. Well, it is you're self-conscious about something with yourself, and therefore you are projecting it onto your partner. So that's what that comes down to play. But it's that's
where I get to throw them away. If your partner has a problem with you simping, throw them away.
Right.
Throw them away.
Just because I'm on a diet doesn't mean I can't look at the menu.
You know what my husband said to me? I go to New York and he saw my outfit. I was real sparkly and my sign was cute. I had a sign that says, Vinny and Chris, let's do a flex off. Felix can judge.
I love that.
Yes. It didn't get seen. Hunjin saw my other sign and gave me a half a heart. So that was like my little moment where I'm like, oh, you did see something. But anyways, so my husband says to me, she says, well, Felix sees you and you happen to get like an invite. He's like, you have my permission. And I started dying laughing. I'm like, if you really think that this man is going to see me in the audience, point at me and send somebody out to come find me, God bless you.
Well, the wolf's hunting their prey.
I'm like, thank you. That was a good pat on the back, but that's not going to happen, And I'm anti-delusional enough to know that's not going to happen.
Well, and it's the thing that they don't understand fun,
right? Yeah, like it's
not meant to be like it's not that serious, guys. Like, okay, like Felix is my bias. I adore him. I would love. The only thing I want to do is give him a hug and tell him I'm proud of him. Like seriously,
I have a whole list of things I want to do with each member. Benny, I want to work out. I want to work out with Benny. Yeah. Okay, Hyunjin, I want to go to a dang museum with that boy or take a freaking pottery class. You sit there, I sit here. We gonna have fun.
Yeah,
Sungmin, I want to go to a baseball game and have a beer with Sungmin because I feel like it would be a great time.
Yeah, probably.
And then like Lino. Let's go glamping together, bro. Because you're not going to make me sleep on the floor in a sleeping bag. We will have beds and a stove. Let's go glamp. Because Eric wants to actually camp, and I'm just not no.
I'm done with that. I would glamp with you.
Let's go glamping.
No, I'm not going glamping unless there is a bathroom with running water and a shower.
That's glamping. That's
glamping. That is exactly glamping.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I feel like this comeback is, I personally feel this comeback is, now this is just my perception, I feel like it's healing for Stay.
Yeah.
it's getting back to more. To me, they've never really changed who they are. Every
No.
album has always been very Stray Kids.
Mhm.
But I feel like this album, for some reason, it just feels like they're going back to that. You know what? This is us, and we don't care.
Right.
We're not making,
Yeah, I referred to it the other day where it feels very liberating. There's a very much a liberation. Like there's that ceremony. It's that, we are like,
Yeah.
they are fully accepting the fact that they have finally
yeah.
gotten to this point. And obviously they
Yes.
are not done with this point, but they have accepted the fact that they have worked to here and they've earned it.
I think
And
it's
there's
them finally seeing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
It's
when you
those
watch
edits.
Chris, well, and when you watch Chris at every single stop on this tour, the last third of the concert, that man stood in the back and watched everything and everybody.
It's
And
their
just-
I made it.
Yeah. And this is like, okay, we've made it. We can accept that we've gotten here. So now let's keep going.
Let's keep going. Let's keep doing what we want to do.
And and now they have the freedom to do that.
They have the freedom now to do that. I really think they really have the whatever contract they signed, and Shannon and I were going back and forth with the timing. I think halfway through the Dominate concerts was the switch, because you could even see when the switch happened. You could see how they got a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more free and a little bit more like playful towards the end, the concerts towards the end. And
I think Chan going back blonde is the icing on the top. He's like,
Yeah.
you know what? Screw my follicles.
That man wearing that shirt today.
Oh, the shaved shirt, the wolf shirt.
Sir,
like,
that is not a shirt. That is a couple pieces of material held together by
Some
string.
shoestring. It's shoestring. They're shoelaces.
Yeah, they're shoelaces, because it was on
It's
Felix's shirt,
shoelaces.
too.
The way I see it is Chan can't stand clothes. Just let them.
Wait,
he has taken every opportunity to remind us that he does not like clothes.
Did you see the post? They had the post of Chan's shirt, and then they started talking about, because everybody was speculating when I think it was somebody who was at the show, the taped show, said, "Oh, Felix is going to wear this jacket and says celebrity with the stars on the front." But when he turned around, they had to adapt the jacket. They made it bigger. They made it bigger.
They put an extension in it.
And put an extension in it because it was too
for Chan.
For
Felix.
For Felix? Oh, is he getting wide now too?
He's a perfect Dorito. If you want to talk about it, like now he's a thinner Dorito. He's like, a popcorner, but whatever.
He's more isosceles.
Yes, he is. He's more isosceles. But they had to whine it. So like the slit was like Scylla B, and then
I love that.
They put a strip in the center of it and expanded it.
Honestly,
too looked great in the.
I think Felix working out. So like, okay, you guys know I love me some Wonho.
Yeah.
Wonho hasn't always been gigantic bulk of a man. If you look back at the beginning of Monsta X, he was more. I want to say he was a little leaner. He wasn't as bulky.
A little leaner. I looked that man up. I saw that man. I'm like, who is that? And went and looked that man up and was like, what?
Well,
but
go ahead.
He started working out to strengthen his back.
Yeah.
And honestly,
from the rooftops, like Felix needs to do that.
Do some weight training, bro. Strengthen those rector spinae muscles.
Yes. You can still run, but also lift. Lift with Vinny.
But I feel him because I'm a runner. Eric's already told me that I have to start increasing and doing weight training, and I'm like, but I like to run.
I have programs for you. I will send them to you.
I'll do the weights, but I don't like running anymore. I used to, but I don't like running anymore.
He tells me, he's like, you can do the stairs. I was like, no. At least give me an elliptical.
No, I mean, but that's what everybody's
muscle men though. Look at Fuda. Oh my God, that man. Okay.
That's another one that I was like, what is going? Oh my God.
He is.
Yeah. But Shannon, what were you saying?
I was going to say, but the strengthening the back muscles, that's why I always think it's funny when everybody's talking about, Felix constantly talking about all of the rehab and stuff he's doing. That rehab is the stretching and the strengthening that he's doing on his lower back so that he can dance.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole reason why he was able to do tornado kicks at the beginning of Dominate is because he had done that rehab. Now, obviously he had to stop doing them because they figured out pretty quickly long-term it wasn't going to work.
Right.
But We hadn't seen him
Rehab
do a
is going to be a part of his life for the rest of his
ever.
life.
Yes.
Oh,
right.
absolutely. Yeah.
And
I've-
that's totally fine.
I've
I mean,
known
I
people
found
with
out
that
with my
injury.
shoulder.
Yeah.
You know, I found out with my shoulder, stretching and yoga and even some weight training is something I'm going to have to do for the rest of my life.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
But I like the fact that that's one thing I love about Felix and being so open about his injury. And
Yeah.
I know, and it's not even just his injury. I know a lot of people don't like when he gets on the diet talk because it can get toxic very fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that Felix is like, no, this is what I'm doing with my body. This is why. And the
Yeah.
difference is he does research. He has, you can't tell me that JYP Entertainment doesn't have him linked up with a nutritionist.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Doesn't
all
have
of
him
them.
linked up with a personal trainer.
Right.
They're not going on Tumblr and looking through a graphic and being like, hey, I could do that
Yeah.
diet.
They're not
It'll
doing it
be-"
in a vacuum.
You
No.
know, they have professionals. They have a
Absolutely.
level that we don't really have as the fans. And so a lot of times it's like, one, I don't think that we should ever mimic what they're doing with their bodies.
Never.
You know, if
Mhm.
Felix is working on a certain diet because he has a fashion show, that is something that a model is doing. That's something he's doing under the care of professionals.
Yep.
Right.
That's not something Stay should start doing.
No.
You know,
I mean, well, even Benny talking about cutting. I mean, cutting in the weight sense, not in the other sense, because it's the same term, and I know what you're
Exactly.
talking about.
No,
Just
but cutting
and
for,
people
because he was bulking up and then he did his bulk thing and now he's cutting and that's you have to,
Yes.
you know, you
And-
In a
go out and
bodybuilding world.
figure out your TDDE and you do it.
Well,
and
not
you
only
do
that,
it.
but so many people also need to kind of go back to what Chris says. If they are doing something, they are doing it because they want to,
Want to.
not because of
Yeah.
anything else, not because they're feeling pressured. I mean, granted, there's stuff that Chris has done recently. I'm sure that's been kind of like being on camera more and stuff like that has been, you know,
I mean, he
kind of
flat
a
out
pressure
said,
thing.
fine, I'll do it for you.
I'll do it.
You know,
And he did.
He's doing it more, but people need to, what you were saying.
Yeah. But again, like if Benny is doing that, he is doing that because for whatever reason he's decided, okay, maybe I've gotten a little too big and this is maybe a little bit too much and I can't maintain this. So let me bring this back a little bit. Or maybe he's just doing it because he wants to see what he's going to look like.
Yeah.
Like there's
And that's
10
the thing
million
with
different reasons.
bodybuilders.
Yeah,
Benny
absolutely.
for me,
They go
Benny
up
for
and
me
down,
is
up
very
and
much
down.
of a bodybuilder
Mentality.
mentality. Yes, he
Yeah.
has a very bodybuilder mentality. So he is going to do, you know, he likes to bulk. Bulking is not something that you do in a few weeks.
No.
Right.
Depending on the results that you are looking for, bodybuilding is not something that is a short game. It is a long game.
Mhm.
So for all we know, the past 2 years he's been bulking, because I don't care what anybody says. It's been about 2 years that Benny's just progressively
Yeah.
he is bulking. His chest got bigger, his arms got bigger, and even
Dude.
Chan started bulking because Chan's one of those people you can see it in his face.
Yes.
And now when we saw Chan pull off his jacket and we saw them traps, bro went through a cut. There's
give me a
bulking
minute.
and cutting.
Give me a minute.
You know?
Well, and a good example with Chan is there's I can't remember which performance it was. It's the cream colored, the one that's the picture, like the infamous picture of Chan now where his arms are up like this and he looks massive. It was at the beginning of the Dominate tour.
Yeah.
When he was doing Railway, he bulked up before Railway and then cut right before Railway so that everything would look cut.
Yeah.
And then once he stopped doing Railway, he relaxed.
Yeah.
But Chan
around the time on Bubble when he sent us the videos of him deadlifting.
Yeah.
He was bulking in that time because
Yeah.
like I said, Chan, you can see it in his face. Chan is one of those people that you can see it in his face when he's starting to gain weight.
Right.
And Benny is another
based
person.
on the recent videos, he's doing it now.
He is bulking. He is
Again,
bulking.
which scares
And God
me.
help us when that man goes through a cut.
But you know what? He
that's-
has the perfect role model for that because his father.
Look at his
he has
dad.
said-
Yeah.
No, but he has said that
I
Jack
got the
was a-
juice recipe finally.
Oh, really? Did you?
I am a person that likes juice. Okay. I like natural juices. I like weird combinations of food. The
Okay.
first live I ever saw of Uncle Jack, he's sitting there making a juice recipe. And I'm telling you what, I am in them comments. You know what? I don't want Stray Kids to see me. I need Jack to see me to give me the dang juice recipe.
You know your recipe. He needs
But
to do a
did you get
cookbook.
I watched one of his lives from the beginning. I caught it from the beginning, and it is 3 carrots and half a head of cabbage, and it's not Napa cabbage; it's regular old cabbage.
Cabbage.
2 apples. I sat there watching the whole live. Every time he switched fruits, I
Taking
started
notes.
writing it down, taking notes. I'm getting this dang recipe. I'm gonna make that dang juice.
They need to do a stay cookbook, and then we could have Felix's brownie recipe, and we
BTS
could
did a
have
cookbook.
the lamb chop
Yeah.
recipe thing that the Bang family is all sorts of known for and whatnot. We can have the Han ramen.
Han
You have
ramen.
Nino's what he did for Felix's birthday, they said.
Beef Wellington.
Beef
There you go.
Wellington.
Wait,
Like
I
we
know.
could just do a whole. We could
And
easily
then-
do a stay cookbook.
And then one thing I need for Lino is Lino, when you're getting that concert body right, you start eating the same things over and over. I've noticed it's the same thing Jungin does.
Seaweed rice and tuna.
Seaweed rice and tuna. And you know what's so funny? I eat that all of the time because have y'all ever had it?
Yeah, it's
It is
delicious.
a good go-to. Just
Especially
I
that
don't
spicy
want to.
tuna that they have in the cans. Oh, so
Yeah,
good.
but no,
Yeah.
like that's one thing I like. I like about Stray Kids the most and Stay as a fandom is I like how open Felix is about his body, about his injury, about what he's doing.
Mhm.
But then again, I also like that some of them are more closed off.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, some of
But
them
he's
like to
helped
keep that
Sungmin. He's helped Sungmin be more outward.
Extroverted.
open.
Yes. I think Felix and Sungmin being roommates as long as they have and being together and then seeing the 2 kids room with them. He's
Yeah.
definitely helped Sungmin come out of his like little bit of, being the shy one or the more reserved one and more out there.
I think
I
I feel
Felix
like they
has
all
given.
do that.
I think Felix has given Sungmin a safe space to just because Sungmin is naturally very quirky. Like
Yeah.
he's naturally very quirky. So I think Felix has been able to give Sungmin a safe space to be quirky and find confidence in the quirky.
Yes.
Because his
Felix
confidence
is-
has
Oh,
skyrocketed.
skyrocketed. Oh, absolutely. You could tell by his bubble posts.
Oh,
You could
just
tell by his bubble
the
posts.
way he talks on Bubble, but also the way he looks, like the expression on his face when
Mhm.
they are out places. One of the things I think did it was one, losing the braces gave him more confidence in his smile, and then seeing Stay react to
Yes.
him smiling and not covering his mouth. But I feel like that's something that I love about their rooming situation.
Mhm.
Chan is the oldest in the group. He's the oldest in his family. So I feel like Chan has not really had the chance to feel like the youngest.
No.
And they have him rooming with the youngest,
Yep.
you know? And then Lino and Han, Minsung is Minsung, whatever is ship, no ship, whatever, just them as
Right.
people. I feel like Han, with his anxiety, Lino gives him that,
Mhm.
who cares? Be you.
Yeah.
Lino's that very, I don't care.
Yeah.
You
This is
know?
who I am. I'm weird.
This
Yep.
is me.
But Lino also accepts, like he loves the fact that Han is the quirky, his own quirky.
His
You know,
own
Han
quirky.
Yeah.
is that has that anxiety and is able to balance. Lino provides the
balance
balance
each
that he
other.
needs.
Yeah.
And
that's
I
exactly
feel
where that
like
comes from.
that with Hyunjin and Changbin.
Yeah.
Hyunjin and Changbin, they balance in each other, because if you look at them, Hyunjin is seen as the artsy flower boy type, you know,
Yeah.
or like me, dances like sex. Fuck, just but
Well, he does,
you know,
because
he has that sex appeal to him.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of times Benny, we don't get a lot of that from him. And I don't know if that's something with Benny or if that's something with marketing or whatever. But if you look at lately, since they've been together, Benny's confidence in himself and the different aspects of himself. He's
Yeah.
not just a gym head,
Yep.
you know?
yeah,
I agree.
He's not just a rapper. I feel like their new rooming situation, it's a lot more intimate, and
Mhm.
they balance it in a way that they can be there for each other in different aspects. Hyunjin obviously has been hitting the gym. And his wife
Those
has been
shoulders.
dragging him.
I need
His
that
wife
shoulder
has been
workout.
drag.
That shoulder workout is like
nice.
like the fingers.
But I feel like they
I'm like,
balance each other. I
Yeah.
feel like that's something that they did with the new rooming situation. And it all leads back to this comeback. We are seeing them evolve.
Mhm.
You know, they are going back to their roots, but it's like this is an evolution.
Mhm.
Like y'all have seen who we were when we debuted. You've seen us move through, and please understand, we are still those debut Stray Kids.
Yeah.
We're just bigger now.
We're just, we're Pokemon.
Well,
Yeah.
and it's showing a maturity because even watching the performances, watching the styling and stuff, they're very, for lack of a better terminology, it's a more like, and I don't want to say masculine, feminine, whatever, but there is a more Namja energy. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's a more
It all leads back to confidence. To
absolutely.
me, it all
That's
leads
what
back
I'm
to
saying.
confidence.
Yeah.
All 8 of them have found confidence. They've basically looked at those kids that they were, and they're like, yeah, we're still those kids.
Oh
Yeah.
Like, we're still those kids, but we're older now.
Yeah.
But
This is us
the
now.
heart of who they are is still the same.
Well, and
Right.
it's also the aspect of age-wise. They're finally at that point age-wise. Hey, they're all prefrontal cortexes are now fully developed at this particular point in time. But they've all even all the way down to Ian, they've all kind of gotten to that point where they've gone through that self-discovery. And because they've all gone through it together, and
Yeah.
because they've all had each other to support them. Again, 48 years of life, I have never seen a group of people that are so unbelievably emotionally mature and intelligent as a group of 8 20-something Korean men.
Yep.
Yeah. Because, I
And
mean, have y'all met 20-something-year-old men?
yeah,
The
so
emotional growth is not there.
no, so to have that, whether you want to call it trauma bonding or whatnot, it's they because they have all kind of gone through this, they are finally at that point, even just age-wise, developmentally, if you want to put it that way, where they've kind of reached that level of, okay, we're comfortable in our skins now. We know who we each are. We're no longer just a group of 8, 8 stray kids together. We are Chan, Lino, Hyunjin, Changbin, all the way down the
Yeah.
line, and together we're all this.
It's the community aspect of it. I swear it's the community. They
Yeah,
have a
definitely.
community within the 8 of themselves. They've made their little village. And it's not just them. Their families are all together. Like
Yeah.
their families hang out together. They've created a little village. And it's like they've found who they are.
Mhm.
And I feel like with this comeback, I don't know why this comeback to me, it just feels like it's them.
They're
It's the
coming home.
most that,
Yeah.
yeah, there we go. That's exactly it.
Yeah. Okay, we are at 1 hour and 2 minutes at this particular point in time. So we normally don't go more than an hour. So
Okay.
we've got a couple of options. We can either stop this one here and keep going on a second episode if we want to continue, or we could stop completely. I am free, so I don't care. It's up to you guys.
I actually have to get to getting the kids ready for school
I do too.
tomorrow and all of that. Plus, I have homework.
Gotcha.
Yes,
So this I think is a good stopping spot.
This is a good stopping spot. Yeah, they came home. Boom.
Yay.
It's a good stopping spot. But I do want to say to both of you, honestly, thank you so much for inviting me to be here. And
You're
thank you for creating this space where we can talk about the deeper aspects other than, oh my God, they're so fine. You
Yeah.
know? Because I mean,
Yeah.
granted, I do love that.
Yes.
I will never
And
pass that
We
up.
will
There
have
are-
that episode with you too. That's for
Yeah.
another time.
We've got a couple other topics we want to include you in on at some
Yeah.
particular point in time, but we'll do those for
Oh
later.
gosh. Absolutely. But I really wanted to say, like, what you guys are doing with this podcast, it's something that I could see a lot of us, no matter your age of stay, whether you're a baby stay, a toddler stay, pre-debut, whether you're 35, 25, 15. I don't know about 15, but
Yeah.
just because I'm very much in keep the children in the children.
I
Yes.
mark these as not made for kids, so they shouldn't be
Yes.
going for anybody other than under
So,
18, because I want to be able to be free to.
to beyond, you know, I feel like this could really be a space where we could talk about the aspects of K-pop that are more than just the music, more than just them being very,
The
very,
visuals.
very favored by the gods in the looks department.
Favored by the gods in the looks department, favored by the gods in the talent department.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I
yes,
see
well,
why
thank you,
they are
yeah.
called idols.
Yes, but no, Meg, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very
Yes.
much. That's
Mwah.
So yeah, I do appreciate, and thank you for having me.
You're
I'm
welcome.
going to have pizza, and then I have to dive into Mesopotamia and Egypt for my humanities studies.
Oh, that
Ooh.
sounds like fun. Enjoy.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be my favorite.
All
But
right,
I
well then,
love you guys.
Love
love
you
you too.
too.
We'll see you
I
later, and
will.
I will talk to you soon.
I'll talk to you soon. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, it is just me and JC now, so I'm going to close this out, JC. We are going to be coming back tomorrow at 3, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken. So
Yes,
the
we
two
are.
of us will be back tomorrow at 3. We'll continue these conversations on then. And I am going to end this the way I always do, which is with my usual, now let's get out there and be the best damn fandom that Stray Kids deserve and make our guys proud as hell. So if you joined us this evening, thank you very much. We appreciate you. Make sure you're hitting all the buttons and whatnot. And yes, one of these days I will find that damn clip and add it in for audio. But until then, thank you very much, guys, and we will see you on the next one.
See you
Bye.
tomorrow.